What is up, YouTube? It's me again, your friendly neighborhood fish keeper, and today I wanted to make a short little video about the value of a fish tank. How much does all of this actually cost when you think about it? So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Yeah, so let's think about it. Cichlids, let's say that those guys are about 10 bucks a pop. There's about $200 worth of cichlids in here. How did I get that number? Well, let's start with the angelfish alone. Let's say that these guys are 10 bucks a pop. I didn't pay 10 bucks a pop for them. I got them at an auction. But let's say if you wanted to buy angelfish this size, you're paying at least $10 for them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the pair back there, 5, 6. That's 60 bucks worth of angels off the top. $60, and we're not even getting into the real meat of this aquarium. 60 bucks for the angels. I have 3 keyholes and 8 Laeticera, so that's 11 Laeticera plus keyholes, 11 of those dwarf cichlids, plus 3 teleocichlids, so that's 14. 14 times 10 a pop, that's 140. It's 140 plus 60, that's $200 just for the cichlids in this tank. Let's say that all the tetras put together, this is just a guesstimate, another $100. I have probably 30 tetras in here. I think I have like 8 cardinals, 5 rummy nose, 5 black phantoms, and 5 Rio flames. Let's add another $100. That's $300 worth of fish. That's not counting the guppies, not counting the Corys. So let's say another 50 bucks. So let's say $350 just for the fish. Now we count plants. We'll say every clump of plants is probably $5, $10 bucks. I remember I paid about $10 for each of those things of Java fern in the back there. This sword plant is easily another $10. Each bunch of I guess I don't really have that much Anubis anymore, but that Anubis was probably $5. Another $5, another $5, another $5, another $5. But that's on rocks. That's on wood, so it's easily $10. A bunch of crypts. That's to buy it at this size is gonna be $5. It's gonna be $5, $5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 5. So it's $50. And then another 60, 70. This is an undershot by a long shot. Let's just say $100 worth of plants in this tank. Undershot, $100 worth of plants. So we're now sitting at about $500 or $450 worth of plants and fish in this tank. Round up to 500 to make the math easier in my head. And then we add in this hardscape. I have this piece of wood, which alone is worth $100. Those of you who've been in the hobby for a while, you guys know wood is expensive. I got it from a wholesaler because I work in a lab and I have connections. So I got it from a wholesaler for a lot cheaper. But let's just, for the sake of this, say it's worth $100. It's $600. Then I got rocks. I collected these rocks from out front. But rocks are also expensive. I paid for the rocks in the other aquarium. Let's say that that's like $50 worth of rocks in here. $50 worth of rocks. And let's include the sand in here. This is play sand. $50 worth of rocks and sand. So we're now sitting at what? $650? $650. Clay plots are really inexpensive, so we're just gonna keep it at $650. The lights. These lights, I forget how much this light was. I have 3 lights on here. I have 2 4-foot lights and then a shorter 30-inch light. And those were each a pretty penny. Let's just say $100 total for the lighting. So we're now sitting at $750. Yeah. Oh God, and the filter. The filter was easily $100, so it's $850. The heater was another $30. Let's say $900. Am I forgetting anything? Oh, and then all the food and fertilizers and everything, it's probably not any more than $50 for the first buy through. But then after a while, you start buying more and more. Like, and I haven't even gotten to the stand. The stand probably costs about $100. I don't have a real stand. I don't know if I'll show you guys here. I have, cinder blocks. I have spray painted cinder blocks, some plywood. Show you guys the bottom. So it's not quite the real deal. It's about $1,000 worth of fish tank here, a 75-gallon aquarium, and that's like, I did it the cheap way. I didn't pay $1,000. I probably paid about $500 for everything, from the tank, which I got used, to the stand, which I DIY made, to the substrate, which was play sand, to this piece of wood, which was wholesale price. I got a little bit of a nacreous from a club that I'm a member of, a society. I got a nacreous from that society. I got this rotala from that society, and I grew them out. I started with really small plants. I started with really small fish. I grew them out. I got a bunch of guppies for super cheap, and they've been breeding up top for me. So that's been helping. And I built this up over a long period of time. Whew. So, how to keep things cheap in the hobby is probably the next video that I should make. I'm not going to make it right now, but how to keep things cheap in the hobby is an important thing to consider when you're trying to start out fish keeping. You do not have to start at this level. 10-gallon fish tank costs $10 on the dollar per gallon sale at Petco. Happens, I think, twice a year. So don't worry, you do not have to dive into the deep end here. And this is just freshwater. This isn't even beginning to think about saltwater fish tanks or those African cichlid fish tanks or anything like that. And I don't even have, CO2, which can be expensive. So this is about $1,000. You're looking at about $1,000 if I sold everything out of it at retail price right now. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't trade it for $1,000. It's worth so much more to me. Think about how happy I would be if I had $1,000 and didn't have this fish tank versus I have this fish tank and didn't have $1,000. I'd sell it for $10,000 on the spot. Someone in the comments, you want to make a donation to the F&F Cichlids fam. For sure, I would sell it for $10,000, but I wouldn't sell it for $1,000. I wouldn't sell it for $5,000. I love my fish. I love everything about this tank. I have everything just perfectly set up, right? I have my pair of angels that have spawned on the Java fern back there and on this guy back here, and I'm hoping that somebody's going to spawn on this red tiger lotus one day. I have my Leoticara that are starting to take up shop in this pot over here, and then I have another pair that are going to start fighting this Teleocicla for this pot over here. I have a pair of Teleocicla in this cave here. Like, I know every intricate detail about this fish tank, and that makes it priceless to me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too long. Please let me know if it's too long in the comments. Let me know if I should make shorter videos. Let me know what you guys think about the videos. I just love making content for you guys. I remember when I started out, I just couldn't get enough fish stuff. So I want to put it out there for all those young fish keepers who just can't get enough fish stuff in their system. So without further ado, thanks for watching. Tank on and take care, guys. See you in the next one.